What's up guys, welcome back to another book review series. So this is a series where I critique and analyze your books that you submitted to me on Instagram and tell you exactly what to fix to improve your sales. Now I've done a bunch of these in the past. It's all in a playlist if you guys want to check it out. All right, let's start with the first one. Stroke Recovery Activity Book, Large Print Activities and Puzzles Workbook for Traumatic Brain Injury and Aphasia Rehabilitation. So number one, title on point. Literally everything that I brought up in all my past book review videos, you are doing it correctly. You got the keyword, you got the copywriting, you got amazing reviews, 192 reviews, 4.8 average. You got the bestsellers badge. The cover looks amazing, right? The title is easy to read, it pops. The image is very clear. It's representing the topic very well. And you are making really good money. 12,000 BSR. $57 a day on a conservative side. So this book alone is doing $1,500 a month. Honestly, there's nothing for me to critique here. You did everything perfectly. Like, this is the first time in maybe doing 10 of these videos where someone actually followed every single step and executed properly. Like, if you go and watch all my other videos, these are the things that I mention, every single time to do. And this is someone who've actually done it for the first time, right? So amazing job. Obviously, you're making money to reflect, your really good execution. You got good A+ content, great reviews. You got the comparison page. There is absolutely nothing else that I would do to improve this book besides keep building the series, keep marketing the book, keep collecting reviews. I think everything is very well done. And it just shows what's possible and how much you can make if you actually do things correctly. So great job on that. All right, next one. Aaliyah's Doll Reflects Her, a children's book for Black kids. So the first thing, my first question is, what is this book about, right? Aaliyah's doll reflects her. Okay, what does that mean? Like, what is my kid going to learn by reading this book? Because a children's book usually teaches some kind of moral lessons, right? You didn't explain that. Aaliyah's doll reflects her is not a benefit statement. It's not like, you're telling me what the book is about. What am I going to learn? A children's book for Black kids, same thing. It's good that you called out the audience, which is Black kids, but you didn't tell them, what is it about, right? You have more space here in the subtitle. So you could have, said something like a children's book for Black kids about learning confidence, determination, whatever, the children's book stuff, some kind of moral lesson. That is number one. Be more clear on the benefits of the book. Number two is the review is probably, hurting your sales because the 4.2 average is now showing you 4 stars instead of 5 stars. This is why you need at least 4.3 average rating, which means people are not liking the book as much. So that's something that you want to read the reviews, take notes on, what people didn't like, and then improve the book or improve the next book, right? So you want to get more reviews to bring this average up. And in terms of the book cover, it's kind of hard to critique it because I don't really know what the book is about. And for that reason, I don't know if the book cover is reflecting, the title well or not. And that's why I think the biggest issue here is that the title is too vague, right? So make sure to be more clear on that. If you need ideas on how you should structure your book title, all you have to do is scroll down here and you will see other books. Like, these are your competitors or these are the other, best-selling children's books, right? So like this one right here, My Tiny Warrior, a book for families struggling with a diagnosis of childhood cancer. Okay, so it's super, super clear. This is a book for families struggling with cancer, right? So this is like a great title. Now ignore these ones like Fishing with My Papa and The Frog, the Wolf, and The Last Cookie. They are getting away because they are a authority figure, most likely. Most likely, if you look this up, they're not a self-publisher. If a self-publisher try to copy this type of title, you're not going to sell because your book is not going to be discovered unless you heavily push it with marketing. Another good example of a book title is this one. It's not really a children's book. It looks like a children's book, but it seems more like a how-to book because it says The Sleep Switch, how to help kids fall asleep fast. So that's the benefit statement, how to help kids fall asleep fast. But at least as an example, it's super clear, like what the book is about. I know exactly what I'm going to get from this book. If I want this benefit, if I want to teach my kids to fall asleep fast, I will buy this. All right, next book is Save the Tooth Fairy. So it's kind of the same thing as what we just talked about. You have the entire subtitle to call out your audience and tell them what the book is about. But you didn't. You completely skipped over, right? Save the Tooth Fairy. I can assume the story is about the Tooth Fairy, but what are the things that my kid is going to learn from this? What are the lessons that they're going to get and stuff like that? You could have made it a lot more clear. Now, the book cover actually looks pretty good. It's pretty well made. And you have 5 reviews, all positive, so that is good. It's not selling at all though. It's probably because you uploaded, you forgot about it, you didn't market it, and you will probably have to push this with marketing because you don't have any keywords in the title except for maybe Tooth Fairy. So if people want to look up like Tooth Fairy stories or children's book about Tooth Fairy, then your book will show up. The thing is, there are a lot of books on tooth fairies, so it's probably competitive, and that's why you have to market on social media or run ads, do something to get sales. But I would say the cover is good. It's just you could have expanded the subtitle more, and you can also get more reviews. Next one, Sweet Treats Coloring Book. Bold and easy dessert themed coloring book or coloring pages featuring 50 delicious designs. So this is one of those sweet treats, bold and easy coloring book where a lot of people are doing this. You got good reviews, but your book is not selling. By the way, I have this tool called BookBeam that tells me exactly, these royalties and how well the book is selling right on this page. If you guys want to check it out, the link is below this video. I think the book cover is the #1 thing that's hurting you. It doesn't look like a coloring book, plus the design is a little all over the place. There's a lot of elements, there's no central focus, and it's just a lot of images once again all over the place. Your interior looks solid, it's one of those bold and easy designs. The book cover just has to have the same vibe. As an example, this is the best-selling book on the same, not the same topic, because yours is sweet treats. These are food, drink, and sweets, so not the same, but you can see that it's reflecting the bold and easy vibe that they have in the interior also on the book cover, right? So you want to do that as well. One of the best things you can do is not to rip off your competitors, but learn from what they're doing and try and incorporate what they're doing successfully into your book, right? So they have an amazing book cover style, very simple but effective. It's obviously working well because Coco Real is one of the best selling, brand, probably the #1 self-publisher at this point. So you can try and incorporate that. I'm not saying to rip it off like this person or this person, everybody's just kind of copying it. But like this book cover right here looks exactly like Coco Real, although it's not. So somebody borderline ripped off Coco Real, but it's a #1 new release because even though they ripped them off, they did it very good. Like the execution is really good. The cover looks amazing, right? So maybe not as close to this, but just get inspiration, get ideas, and try and incorporate it. Main thing is your book cover. Once again, it doesn't really have the bold and easy vibe to it, so I would try and change that. If you need some good book cover designer recommendations, this is a good one. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Our next book is Still Life Flowers, creative coloring book for teens and adults. You have 1 2-star review that's just crushing your sales. In terms of the actual interior, it's hard to tell. Now, the 1 negative review you have is Japanese. Good news is that I can read Japanese because I'm from Japan. And basically this customer is saying that there's a lot of grayscale and there's no clear outline for it to be a coloring book. So I'm assuming you used AI for this and you didn't edit it. So you just generated a bunch of random AI images. Like this one, yeah, this has grayscale, right? So that's why it's not really a proper coloring page. So there's really nothing we can do here, besides just making a better book. Because even if you try and get more reviews, you're just gonna get negative reviews because you don't have a good book here. So my recommendation is just move on and focus on creating a better book next time. When you do generate images from AI, that's fine as a starting point, but make sure you edit it. Try and remove the grayscale as much as possible, or just spend more time prompting it, and really regenerating until you're really happy with the images. Next book, Mediterranean Made Simple, Complete Beginner's Guide to the Mediterranean Diet with 50+ simple recipes. It's not selling at all, and it's so clear. You have no reviews. Like it's as simple as that. If you had some reviews, you're going to be making sales, right? So if you guys need help on how to get reviews, I do have a video on the easiest way to get reviews. And if you follow the strategies in the video, you will be easily getting 20, 30, 50 reviews. And I do recommend you at least get 20 reviews for every book. Because if a book fails, like this book, right, it's not selling at all. So you might be thinking, oh my God, Mediterranean diet is not a profitable topic. But is it really the topic that's not profitable? Or is this simply that you didn't get enough reviews? Is this simply that, your execution's poor because you didn't get any reviews, you didn't market the book, maybe your book cover is bad, but are those the true reason why your book didn't sell, or is it the topic? A lot of people think just because a book failed, it's the topic that's bad. But in reality, 99% of the time, it's what you did. It's your execution. It's the steps that you took or didn't take, in this case, not getting reviews. Okay, so if you want to watch the video on how to get reviews, the link is in the description. All right, next book, Goodnight Moonbeam. Gentle nighttime stories for kids, peaceful sleep stories for babies, calming bedtime rituals for children. So there are 3 different keywords that's not related to each other because you're targeting kids, babies, children. I guess it's the same thing, but it's not as smooth as you could make this smoother. Magical night sky, cutting off. So your subtitle is too long, so it's cut off. Try and not do that. Try and, you know, kind of fit it in so it's not cut off here. So what you did well here is that you are clear on your audience and also what your book is about. Gentle nighttime stories for kids, right? Peaceful sleep stories for babies. You could have, once again, condensed this so it's shorter and just said peaceful nighttime sleep stories for kids, babies, and children or toddlers or something like that, for them to fall asleep fast. So that's like a condensed, smoother version of a subtitle. But it's not bad. You did make some sales here, but not a ton. I think your book cover is nice too. I do like the image. You got 26 reviews. It's pretty solid. So the last piece of the puzzle is really marketing. I don't think you are marketing, or you either ran some ads and you gave up after spending a couple bucks because you're losing money. I'm not sure, but typically that is the case. People run ads or don't run ads at all, hoping that Amazon would just sell the books for them. But you know, Amazon KDP is an amazing business model. It's easier than other business for sure, but it's not that easy to the point where you can make a crap ton of sales without telling anybody about it. Like, you did make some sales here, which shows how amazing Amazon is, because it's so big that even a book with no marketing, you know, will get some sales. But if you want to make hundreds of dollars a month, thousands of dollars a month, then obviously you have to tell people about it. Like, if I told you that I'm going to open up a lemonade stand, but then I'm not going to put up any signs that there's a lemonade stand, you know, here, not going to tell anybody about it. I'm not going to post on social media, nothing. I'm just there waiting for people to come. Like, you would tell me that you should probably tell people about it. It's the same thing as publishing books. You have to promote your books, okay? You have to promote your products. It's just part of business. But the good news is you got a pretty good product here. You know, it's attractive. Your book cover is nice, which is the main thing. So I think if you promote it, whether by social media or running ads, I think you'll start making sales. All right, next book is Barry and Bella, Best Friends Forever. Kind of reminds me of a Finding Nemo style book cover. I don't know if you made this or if you illustrated yourself, but it looks pretty nice. So great job on this. Now, you can kind of guess what I'm about to say. No reviews. That's killing your sales. Also, your subtitle is not clear on your book. Best Friends Forever, but like what, you know? What is the benefit? Like, am I going to learn about friendship? Obviously, kind of can assume, but you could be a lot more clear. A children's, you know, picture book about friendship, about 2, you know, best friend dolphins or whales finding each other. I don't know what it is, but just be a little more descriptive in your subtitle. That definitely will help. Next book, A Day in the Life of a Bunny, children's adult coloring book for mind clarity, relax, and unwind. Same thing, guys, no reviews. That's why. That's all I'm gonna say, because it's as simple as that. All right, now we got a book that's a little better, and you will see that because they did the things that I talk about in this video better, their sales are reflecting that. Okay, so this one is a awesome word search for kids age 6 to 8. Very clear title, right? It has a keyword word search for kids. It's calling out the audience age 6 to 8, right? And it's very descriptive in the subtitle. 100 fun and educational word search puzzles to help kids learn. I know exactly what this book is about. It has 12 rating, which is solid, right? 4.8 average, which is great. The description explains what the book is about. It highlights the important features and benefits. The book cover has a clear title that pops. It's showing the interior images, which is nice. I think these little elements is a little out of place that makes it a little more cheap looking, but it's not bad. Like, the book cover is decent. You also have a good A+ content that showcases the interior. When you're doing activity books, you pretty much just want to showcase your interior a lot, right? And you also have the comparison A+ content banner to promote your other books as well. But overall, you did a pretty good job. But for that reason, your BSR is 700,000, unlike the multiple million BSRs that other books were getting. So you are making some sales. Not a lot, you're not making life-changing money, but you're making more than a couple sales. You're at least making more sales than the other books that we talked about, except for the first one, because the first one's doing really well. So this is a good start. Now, I think what's happening here, you probably tried to promote your book, but you were spending more on ads than making your money back. The reason why is because in terms of the execution of each step, you did a pretty good job. I think you can improve the book cover just a little bit more, but this is pretty good. I think the bigger issue here is that you're just in a pretty competitive keyword. Word search for kids age 6 to 8 is a pretty broad keyword. You could niche down even more, like animal word search for kids, space word search for kids, you know what I mean? Like putting something before this keyword to go into a genre, which would have cut your competition way lower. But that is the only issue that I see, is that you're in a pretty competitive keyword and you're trying to compete with just 12 reviews and probably, bare minimum marketing. Like maybe you're running ads, but not so much, right? So it's a pretty tough place to be at. Also, $7.99 does not allow you to run your ads with much profit margin. And that's why you probably paused your ads, because you were, losing money. But that's the issue with pricing your book low. If you make a good product, if you make something very attractive, then you can price your word search books at $9.99, even at $12.99. I got students pricing their word search books at $16.99 because they have an amazing premium book that people are still willing to pay for it because the book cover is so good, the title is so attractive, they have a crap ton of reviews, right? So now they're making so much more money per sale that they can afford to spend in ads, because every sale they make a good chunk of money back that they can outspend their competitors when it comes to Amazon ads. So they have a huge advantage, and this is in the word search niche. So it's possible to do that in the word search niche too, right? You just have to create a premium product. I mean, if you want to, you can raise your price right now, because I think you got a decent product here, and see if that increased profit margin will help you with running ads. You also want to run ads, you want to get reviews. But for the next book, keep in mind maybe niching down into a smaller keyword a little more so that you have less competition. But overall, this is a good start, so great job. All right guys, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to review your books in the future, then you want to follow me on Instagram at SeanDowett13. DM me your Amazon link and I will feature it in future videos like this. Now, if you want us to review your book quicker and also work with us one-on-one so that we can help you take your business to the next level, then I do have a complete Amazon KDP program. You can check it out in the first link in the description. It comes with a full step-by-step program, one-on-one coaching, so we can actually review your books just like this, but way more in-depth and way longer. And we can tell you exactly what to do to make more sales. We can come up with a game plan for you to follow and build this business. So if you go to the link in the description, it'll take you to this page. If you're interested, you can watch the video, you can scroll down, see the testimonials, see what's included. And if you want to apply, then this is the form that you apply from. You can then get on a free 30-minute call with us. You can ask us any question. We'll ask you questions as well. And if you both feel like this is a good fit, then we can move forward and go from there. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.